Hi, welcome back. This is G-Man, My World 67. Well, uh, it's been the past weekend and all this week since I was able to get back and make this video. I've been busy doing a lot of other things. I haven't even had time to work on the layout yet this week. And here it is, almost Friday. And but I wanted to get back and go ahead and do the video. I finished that Hornby, and my Hornby Marx is what I call them because I use Hornby shells and power them up with Marx engines. As I showed in the first video, here in video 2, the update and conclusion, this is a Marx motor. It is post-war production and not the pre-war production. And I just wanted to reiterate what I had done on it to show you what I had to do to mount it. Now, mounting this motor in this shell was a little bit different than all the other Hornby shells. This required a little more work, and I had to do a little more conversion to it. First of all, I touched it up. It has not been repainted, even though it might look like it. But what I did was I mixed the paints together to kind of match the paint that was already on there, and touched it up real good. And then the type of paint I'm using is actually an acrylic paint, and matte acrylic. And I put it on, let it dry 24 hours, and then I spray clear over top of it. Works great. I had to straighten up this front end a little more and to get it in the right contour. We got the original Hornby series, the French Hornby series Hornby plate on there. I tried to make it stand out a little more, but that is the original series Hornby plate, if you can make it out. I don't know whether you can or not. And it's stamped into the shell, which is something kind of unusual for Hornby. Anyway, I made the cab, and there is the finished cab, nice and solid. I put a hook on it yesterday. And I might change this and just put one that goes just straight down. But I put this one on there for now. I made this piece, this V-shaped piece that went up here on the top. And got that light fixture hooked up. Got the light working. And put the motor in. Now, in order to put this motor in, it mounted in the back like most of the Hornby engines do, which mounts basically like the Marx. That was no problem. But up in the front, because we had no steam chest, and the Marx motor has a steam chest, it worked out perfectly. What I did have to do, though, there's a screw right here that comes up, but it only comes up about that far. And so I took a piece of tubing, copper tubing, put down over the screw, glued it to the screw, and gave it the extension part long enough to whereas I could come in from the bottom of this, drill a hole, as you can see, and screw it down into that tubing. And that held that up. And then in order to complete the vision of the steam chest, my camera won't stay focused for some reason. What I did was I went in and cut 2 pieces of aluminum and went in and made slots in it and put it into slotted here, and on both sides. I did that on both sides, and then mounted that to the steam chest, and that kept the steam chest from balancing on that center point. Holds everything steady and closes that up. There's no gap in it between the top of the steam chest and the body. It makes the steam chest complete and full, and it actually turned out pretty good. Now I might change this a little later and make a larger panel, one that will cover this area here. But when you look at the picture on an original one, there is a little gap, not quite as large as this one, but there is still yet a gap on between the steam chest and this apron here. So actually it came out really good. I'm pretty pleased with it. I did not put a front coupler on it. I'll go back in later probably and put a front coupler on it. Wasn't really too much worried about a front coupler on it outside of looks, because this motor only runs one way, and that's forward. There is no E-unit on it, and of course it had no light, and it didn't need it because this already had its own light socket. All I had to do was wire it up. Now I'm going to let you watch it run on the test track, and then the next time you see it run, hopefully, oops, sorry about that, hopefully we'll be on the layout.